Welcome everybody to the secret variant. This is Ultra Maximus in the house. Well, I'm in the office. Does that count? I think that counts for something, right? Background tunes turned down. What is up, everybody? Good to see some people in the live chat already. Dave Collects, Patrick, and T. Ravis, Dynamite. Good to see y'all. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to the secret variant. Of course, I am Ultra Maximus, and you all have joined in to this wonderful thing we call Final Order Cutoff. Yeah, I got my shit together tonight. Oh, not a minute in, so maybe I shouldn't cuss like that. But we're not monetized yet. But my soundtrack is provided by White Bat Audio. Carl Casey at White Bat Audio provides us with the copyright-free and royalty-free music. Mr. Herd S. Eric is the wonderful provider of this logo. And then, of course, you all are the ones that have provided me with over 900 subscribers. So the number goes up and goes down on a daily. It goes up more than it goes down, which is thankful. So it's pretty awesome to see that number continuously going up. As we approach 1,000, I'm trying to give away the Ultra Box. And if you guys didn't notice, I've been hinting that something new was added to the Ultra Box giveaway. So yeah, that's in the Ultra Box now too. So if you aren't following, subscribe, because only subscribed people are going to be able to enter, and I need you to subscribe and click the notification bell. And on top of all of that, there's also a couple of good videos I really need you to share amongst your friends, and that would be this one here, the Raw Report, the Hip Hop Variant Platinum List, and then the Raw Report second printing Legacy Homage, except Thanos 13, Homage variants. And those two videos are on this channel. They can be found. You leave them a comment below those things too. Help me break the algorithms. Leave me a comment below this video if you're watching it on the rewind. And if you are in the live chat, I appreciate you guys tuning in to see this thing live. So yeah, there it is again. The Ultra Box giveaway video is up on my channel. Make sure you check that one out. And of course, other reasons to check me out: the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, the show nobody watches. Well, I guess a whole bunch of nobodies are watching it because you know, they're lifting my news and stuff. And I want to thank everybody for making my most recent Whatnot sale a very, very big success. And as you guys saw, I have cracked the code and the ability to use my desktop computer somewhat in the Whatnot sale. So we're going to be exploring that some more. Hope to be able to, one day, once we are monetized here, to be able to take advantage of the super chat. But since I don't have that super chat, if you are feeling frisky and you feel you want to support my comic book journalism endeavor, it's not required by all means, but if you do feel the need to, paypal.me/ultramaximus, and I thank all of you who have done so. But let's get into this, guys, because we got a lot of books to talk about. A lot of stuff on Final Order Cutoff this week, but don't forget, you can catch Rabum Alal, which is that weird dude with the drunken chat thing on his face. Looks eerily like me. Saturdays, 12:30 a.m. over there on the Mighty Mel V channel. And that is where the Speculation Matrix Variant Edition gets dropped. And then we're hanging out with the boys from the Comic Crusaders. And of course, then you catch me on Saturday hanging out with the dudes on Spine Ticks, provided that I don't pass out, because there are some weekends where I am just dead to the world, and I do my best to try to hang out with those guys and then still get this work done. So good to see some of the Spine Ticks guys in the chat, Dave Collects and T. Ravis. So yeah, also don't forget, Wanted Comics has done a lot for me. They've given me books to give to you guys, which is pretty awesome. And Comic Deal, you're in Canada and we're going to work that out. I know I've been meaning to contact you back. We talked on Friday and I haven't reached out since. My bad, man. It's been lightning moving. But nonetheless, Wanted Comics dropping exclusives for Haha number 6, Masters of the Universe, and of course their Nice House on the Lake number 1 and number 2. So don't forget about them, and of course they got a great eBay store with lots of good books. So if you do check them out, Drew's one of the best in the business. I love buying books from him because he packs like a champ. He knows what he's doing. And Comic Barricade is what I use to manage my collection. Even though you guys are killing me with this stuff. I need 17 short boxes right now, and I don't have any of them. So if you are lucky enough to have short boxes that you can organize stuff in, well, you're going to need some of these. So make sure you at least pick up a couple of packages, a couple of 10 packs of the comic barricade. It's 10% off if you use the code ULTRA. So get you some of that. Get you some of that, but get you some of this over here at the Secret Variant, because of course you guys know I like to drop the knowledge. I am just here to provide you guys with a little bit of information. So what do we do here at the Secret Variant? Well, we cover Final Order Cutoff, and what Final Order Cutoff is, well, as of 8/1, actually, Lunar Distribution, which covers Ahoy Comics, DC Comics, Scout, and Scoot, has closed their pre-ordering capabilities. So you need to be on top of those titles. If you're an indie chaser, it's really, really tough for me to be able to go live early enough on Sunday with all the pictures to have that happen. So most of the stuff you're seeing on this video is due tomorrow, 8/2, and then you're also going to see some books that are labeled 8/8. So pay attention to those, and obviously we're looking at previews, so we're going to be spoiling some things that are probably being read by you guys, but it's the only way we can do this pre-order thing to make sure that you don't miss out on books, to make sure that you're not overpaying for your incentives, because if you pre-order your incentives, you usually get them for a lot less than what these guys are trying to charge for them on the secondary. So man, let's see here. Oh, I got a lot of you guys in the chat talking about Wana Comics highly, so I'm sure Drew really, really appreciates that. And again, I can vouch for him. I've been buying books off of Drew for a decade. One of the best purchases I've gotten off of him was when they were still cheap, and they're not cheap anymore. Guardians of the Galaxy #4 Campbell variant, and I used to buy him off of Drew. And every now and then he would list a copy because he was a big distributor. He's got a couple of them. Man, beautiful. Packaged like a champ, and other auctions and stuff that I've won too. And it's just a pleasure to do business with, and really just a stand-up seller. And we got to give a shout out to all the stand-up sellers out there doing wonders for us, keeping it alive, everybody, keeping it alive. So let's get into this. First publisher up tonight is going to be Ablaze Publishing, and Ablaze gives us the Gung Ho #4, and this is Gung Ho Anger. So it's not the first volume of Gung Ho, but there are some cool things about this one. Of course, my video game friends will notice the little bit of symbolism there that shows the Atari shirt. And then, of course, Sexy Beast was, it's a wonderful t-shirt, isn't it? And then here's your cover D. And then here's your 10-copy incentive, your 20-copy incentive, which is basically your pencil. This is legit pencil sketch, not even black and white. And then here is your virgin cover for your 30-copy incentive for Gung Ho Anger #4. Rounding it out for Ablaze, and then we're on to Aftershock. Aftershock has given us the Girls of Dimension 13 #5, Phantom on the Scan #5, Project Patron #5. So those are all wrapping up. That's going to be the final issue of a series. So it's going to be interesting to see. Seven Swords #3. Silver Studio #4. So these are coming up on their soon-to-be final issues, and then of course there are other ones with final issues, being their issue 5 of their volume. And then of course We Live #4 getting a second printing, so here's another one for you. If you missed out on that one before, it's going to be in shops again. Ahoy Comics dropping, and this is one of the books that I believe is an 8/8 publication date, and I should have signified that. But this is Second Coming Only Begotten Son #4. I don't know what's going on there, but that's, is that Jesus? Might be. Anyway, American Mythology Productions is giving us a few books. Actually, they had a pretty big week. Beyond the Farthest Star #1, cover A. And then here's your cover B. And then here's your cover C, your limited edition. Living Corpse Relics #2, the Encore edition did not have its cover art available, but the limited edition black and white raw cover did. So I'm not sure if there's anything to share there or not. But Robotic Stooges, Fantastic Fools #2 with a Fantastic Four cover swipe. So all of you Fantastic Four cover swipers are probably going to be after this one. And shout out to you, Empire Comics. Good to see you. And this is your cover A. Here is your cover B. And then here's your cover C, which is your black and white limited edition. And then we got Techno Freak number 1. Here's your cover A. And your cover B did not have art available at the time of this broadcast. But if you did catch the cover art and you think it's worth me picking up, leave me a comment below if you're watching it on the rewind. Or if you just catch that information later and you just want to drop back by and say hello. And of course, I appreciate all of you guys leaving comments on my videos, and I appreciate everybody who's replying and getting into conversations and being chill. I don't like to have to ban people, but we have to sometimes. But it's okay. Antarctic Press is giving us a bunch of good books this week, I think. Gold Digger number 1. Oh yeah, the coloring book. So y'all picking up this coloring book? Leave me a comment below if you're picking up this coloring book merely to draw, glasses and mustaches, because I think that's probably going to be a majority of what's going to be drawn on that. Steam Wars coloring book also out there, but this one's going to be probably a little bit more cool. And Steam Wars with the swords that look like the gun sword from Space Pirate Captain Harlock. So I'm just calling it out there. I think there's a lot of weapon sharing going on, and I think that Steam Wars coloring book has been on FOC like 5 times. So what up, Josh G? Good to see you. World of Archie Jumbo Comics Digest number 112, and it says, welcome back, students. Artists, Writers, and Artisans giving us the Resistance Uprising number 5 of 6. And I want to give a shout out to Phil, Comics Talk Weekly, for being all over these AWA Upshot books. He's into that, which I can't blame him. All right, so Black Mask is giving us Alice in Leatherland number 5. And then we're getting Everfrost number 3. All right, so the stuff that went on Scout Final Order due today was Locust number 4 of 8, Mullet Cop number 1, and then your 10 copy incentive of Mullet Cop, and then Tart Demons and Demagogues number 1. Then the stuff that's going on Final Order cutoff next week for Scout is going to be Black Cotton number 6, Broken Souls Ballad number 3 of 4, Corset number 1, and then Impossible Jones number 1 of a 4-issue miniseries. And here's your cover A, and then your cover B by Elsa Cartier, and it appears to be an unlockable, which means it's going to be a 1 in 10 incentive. So have at it with that. And shout out again to everybody in the live chat. Thanks again for tuning into this one. Just checking on my remaining music time and seeing if I can coordinate and make sure that the music lasts the edge of the program. But what do you guys think of this one right here? So this is your Phantom Starkiller number 1, 4th print, glow in the dark cover. So Phantom Starkillers made it to 4 prints. Oh, okay. So purple 2nd print, first print had a lot of variants too, but where does it end? And are you guys picking up Count Draco Knuckle Duster? Because that's the sequel to this book, which is the reason why we had somebody who was trying to do they tried to do a Chamber of Chills Phantom Starkiller cover swipe for Count Draco, and they didn't approve it. So that was sick. He was all over IG with that. So Scoot Comics, which is the Scout All Ages imprint, actually had an FOC book, which was Little Guardians number 1. So just like Unicorn number 1, you guys need to make sure that you have the ability to pre-order this. I would go and try to rush right now and try to pre-order it if you can pre-order from any place, and just make sure that it's in, because it's probably going to be a little bit tough to get like Unicorn 1 was, but you may get lucky and get a 2nd print of Unicorn, or 2nd print like Unicorn rather. All right, time to sip the coffee. Okay, Source Point Press giving us Boston Metaphysical Society Spirit of Rebellion 1-shot. Broken Gargoyles Sin and Virtue number 3. Cult of Dracula number 6. There is your cover A. And then there is your Shannon Mayer cover B. And she has a hole in her lip. She's either really drunk and spilling her drink, or she has a hole in her lip. Just saying. She doesn't have first world beard and mustache problems like us guys do, right? Darling, number 3. Cover B for that one. And then Runes, number 2. Suicide Jockeys, number 1, cover A. And then Suicide Jockeys, number 1, cover B. And is it me, or does that guy look like Bruce Willis? Anyway, Touching Evil, number 16. Oh, that's going to round it out for Source Point Press. And we are on to Titan Comics now. And Titan is giving us Blade Runner 2029, number 7, cover A. And then we have Blade Runner 2029, cover B, cover C, and your cover D, which is your Pride FOC variant. Never thought you'd be ordering a Roadhouse homage? Oh, well, there's a first time for everything. And Roadhouse is one of the greatest movies ever. Horizon Zero Dawn, Liberation. Cover A by Franny. Cover B, which is the game art. And then here is your Liberation cover C. And then cover D. Cover E, which is your Franny FOC cover. And then we have Valiant dropping us Ninjak number 2, cover A. Prince Zodiac, good to see you. Prince Zodiac, you in on the Ninjak or the Ninja K? As it's been explained to me, we've been calling it Ninjak and what up Chad Cave, but I've been told that the correct pronunciation is actually Ninja K, because if he dies, Ninja L is up next, and then Ninja M, and then Ninja N, and then Ninja O, and Ninja P. And then you know what? They're going to run through the alphabet. And then they're going to switch back to numbers. And then once those guys are all dead, then they switch back to the alphabet. So who knows how many ninjas deep they are right now and how many ninjas they keep sending to their death. So I would assume that there's a big ninja union meeting or something to make sure that ninjas workers' rights are met. He doesn't care. But there's a pre-order bundled edition. So this is probably going to be your cover D. The problem is that nobody ever shares the 1 in 20 incentives. Sometimes they do, sometimes I catch them, sometimes they don't. So when they don't actually have that happen, it's kind of crazy. So this is one of those times where there may be a cover C, and that one actually may be the cover D. So check it out. Vault giving us Barbaric number 3, cover A. And then there's a cover B by Hickson. And a black bag variant by Seeley. Then we have Blue Flame number 4, cover A. And then an Unknown cover B by Yoshitani. Money Shot number 14 giving us the cover A. And then the cover B black bag variant. Good stuff. And Nicole cannot wait for Barbaric number 3. So I guess the Talking Axe is a hit. Boom! Giving us Dark Blood number 1, the 3rd printing. It's going to be interesting to see a 3rd print on that book already. Dark Blood number 2 of 6, cover A by De Landro. And then here's your cover B of number 2. Interesting. 10 copy incentive for number 2. And then there is this 25 copy Virgin incentive. Now, I haven't seen any other 1 per stores or unlockables or anything like that slid in here yet, but tomorrow's Monday, and that could always change between now 11:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and by the time the stores open tomorrow morning. So make sure you guys are sending your emails off. If you're down for all the variants of that book, make sure you're down for all variants and request that if they are able to get any of the unlockables, that they put you down for those as well. Comic Game on Flick. Dune House Atreides, number 9 of 12. Here is your cover B by Christian Ward. And then here's your 25 copy incentive. Here's your 50 copy incentive by Christian Ward. And then we have Firefly number 32, cover A by Bengal. Firefly number 32, cover B by Carpenter, which gave us a couple of other things. We've got cover D, which is your 25 copy incentive. And then you have a 10 copy incentive. I'm sorry, I got those backwards, by Bengal. And then Good Luck number 3 got your cover A. And I want to take a quick moment to give a shout out to Phil from Comics Talk Weekly, who blew my mind last night talking about the random foil book insertions for these for these Good Lucks. So did you have good luck? And that's, I think, exactly what they're doing, is they're seeing if you have good luck and your store does not see the foil, and it's probably going to get around to them now that people are finding out about the foil covers. But foil covers for Good Luck number 1 were apparently 50 of them, and it's kind of like a jackpot, because it's like a golden ticket thing. So we'll see. We'll see if they do the same thing for issues 2 and 3. And then Good Luck number 3 has a 25 copy incentive here for you. Once and Future number 19, and that's your cover A by Dan Mora. And then here's your 10 copy incentive. And then your 25 copy incentive by Christian Ward, who's just absolutely killing it with the artwork. Something is Killing the Children number 19, cover A. And everybody was like, that cover's kind of weak. But yeah, of course it's kind of weak. But here you go. Here is your House of Slaughter prelude arc, I believe, is what we got going on here. Something is Killing the Children number 19, cover B, 25 copy incentive. So, hey, Jason, no worries, my man. I'll catch you on the rewind. I appreciate you checking out. Don't forget to check out the list and make sure you get your stuff in so you do not have to overpay for your books, my friend. And up next is Dark Horse. So, all right, real quick, let me back it up real quick, because there's a lot of people who are probably like, yo, that's Something That's Killing the Kids is hot. And look, if this is a virgin and they don't put any trade dress on it and they leave it just like this, yeah, this is probably going to be a pretty big one. The last couple of issues have actually been pretty big. They took a hiatus for a little bit, but even so, it didn't even phase this book for a minute. But I haven't seen any later printings coming from this latest story arc, which is quite interesting. So we'll see what happens. Dark Horse dropping only a few books. We got Far Cry, Rite of Passage number 3, and then Norse Mythology number 2, Norse Mythology 2 number 3, cover A and cover B, which were actually pushbacks from last week, being pushed over to here. And then Rangers of the Divide number 4. So Ben Oliver cover, huh? So there's a Ben Oliver's an amazing artist, first off and foremost, Chad. So thanks for bringing him up. But if it's a store exclusive, I'll have to check it out. But I don't recall it off the top of my head. Deja Thoris versus John Carter of Mars, number 2, cover A. And then Deja Thoris versus John Carter of Mars, cover B. C. D. E. Cover F. G, which is your 25 copy, your H30 copy, your I40, your J50. And Perillo, it's Perillo. Your cover K. So this is your Perillo limited version. So a lot of times I see these books delayed like about a week. But all the limited versions apparently come out like a week later or something. So just make sure you're down for them, because I think these are the CG Seed ones. And if these do come CG Seed limited version, that's pretty awesome. All right. So cover N. And your 7 copy FOC incentive, your 11 copy FOC color incentive. That actually looks pretty wicked. Look at the golden chains and everything like that on Deja. But I'm not going to get it. And your cover Q 21 copy FOC incentive, which is a pretty sweet looking cosplay incentive there. Then we're on to Sonya Versal, Perillo, and give a shout out to Lucas over there at Drunken Chat for having a thing for demon women. Can we blame him? Especially for a Sonya variant. So here is another Sonya variant, but this one's got some hatchets. Like, oof. Okay. And then here is your electric steampunk. And more classic. Cosplay. 10 copy black and white. 15 copy Jay Lee. 20 copy Yoon. 35 copy cosplay. 40 copy Linsner. 50 copy Lee Black and White Virgin. Cover L, Lee Limited Virgin. Linsner Limited Virgin. Premium Perillo Limited Virgin. And then the 7 copy FOC incentive Yoon Black and White Virgin. The 11 copy FOC incentive Perillo Black and White Virgin. And then your 15 copy incentive Yoon Virgin. And that's going to round it out for that one. Moving us on to Vampirilla number 23. And my dog has just returned from a very happy meal, and he is apparently good. So that guy's, lost his head over Vampirilla. And here's your cover A by Perillo. Here is your cover B by Mastrazo. Your cover C by Mare. And then the Warren Lau covers. Cover E cosplay. Your Perillo black and white, 10 copy. 20 copy Lau. 25 copy cosplay. 30 copy Lau. 40 copy Mastrazo black and white with the trade dress. The 50 copy Perillo incentive black and white virgin. Perillo limited virgin. Mastrazo limited virgin. Mare limited virgin. Premium variant cover O. Premium by Castro. 7 copy FOC incentive white, black, and white. 11 copy incentive Castro Virgin. 15 copy FOC white virgin. 21 copy FOC incentive by Mare. Well, what's good, Roland? Good to see you. And yeah, Loud did step it up a notch. Actually, I feel really, really bad. Like, I had the COVID sale last year, my Power Girl 27 for money. Sometimes that happens to us. We sell a book we don't want to, but we can still appreciate that it went to a good home. And it was a really, really good shot at a 9.8 on that book too. Very clean copy, like super duper clean. IDW Entertainment, of course, giving us some books this week. I can't wait to get to the last ones because we're going to talk about some of the Transformers books here because, as you guys know, I might like Transformers just a little bit. But Sonic the Hedgehog giving us issue number 43 by Roethlisberger. 43 cover B. And then the 10 copy incentive variant, which is kind of hilarious if you think about it. Sonic giving everybody the raspberry and what could be misconstrued as the finger. TMNT ongoing number 120, looking like a crazy book. And then we have the Eastman cover, which actually debuted at the time for FOC. Can you believe this? TMNT ongoing 120 getting another incentive variant because of the Jenica movement. I don't know. Did we get another one because of the Jenica movement with Jenica on it? You decide, because I think we keep complaining about it here on the secret variant, and I get other people to complain about it too. She's been a turtle for 20 plus issues now. Like, why isn't she on more variants? But anyway, Transformers Beast Wars number 7 is dropping cover A, which is a pretty cool book, and I'm pretty happy to have this one. But that's not the Transformers book I wanted to talk about specifically, but this is pretty cool. Golden Disc. You know, if you guys watch Beast Wars, you know there's total fan service there. That's all that is. And here we have Ultra Maximus's favorite Transformers artist, which is the reason why I went directly to his Twitter to borrow his cover art for Shatterglass number 1. And hey, Ronald Smith, you know, that Power Girl 27, again, is a sick Lau book. So you got yourself a good one, man. Congratulations on finding that book. So for my Transformers fans who know what's going on here, this is Shattered Glass. For you guys who don't know what Shattered Glass is, let me explain real quick. It's kind of like the mirror universe. So like if you guys remember the Star Trek episodes where they met the evil versions of themselves or whatever in the mirror universe, they were the evil version. This is basically the same thing. The roles are reversed. The Autobots are evil, the Decepticons are good. The Autobots are they're different colored, and the Autobot symbol is actually purple. The Decepticon badge is red. There have been previous incarnations of Shattered Glass that have happened in BotCon format for con convention stuff. So like fan published stuff. So it's never been the major publisher. It's never been, canon. Official canon. So here we have official canon, and this right here is Blur, and he is taking a swipe. So all of the A covers are going to be done by Alex Milne, and they're all going to be swipes of old Transformers books. So that's key information for you guys there. If you are, Chad, actually, and I love John Gallagher and his art, and I love what he does for Wanted Comics, and again, I can now admit that I was actual art direction on that, and I just advised him not to do any humans whatsoever, and he took that advice to heart, and no humans on the first 5-issue covers, because they were 4 million years ago. And I can't sell my copy either because again I helped them with a little bit of art direction, and I'm proud to do that. So but this right here is, again, it's a big book for me because I'm not currently buying the main Transformers book. There's this Dan Kana doing the B cover, which is another Transformers artist that people might remember. And then shout out to previous Spec Matrix, the Two Sarahs. If you guys remember the Tale of the Two Sarahs, which was a Spec Matrix I did on Sarah Petrie de Rocher, who's the art right here, and Sarah Stone. Both of them do phenomenal art, and this right here is your 10 copy incentive by Sarah Petrie de Rocher. So Usagi Yojimbo then giving us the final issue of the Usagi Yojimbo Dragon Bellow Conspiracy number 3. Pardon me. And that's going to wrap it up for IDW, and Image Comics giving us a pretty big week as well. Some good stuff in here. Chew number 7. Department of Truth number 12. Cover B. And your cover C with Starface Man playing with baby parts. Shout out to Mighty Mel V. Die number 19, cover A by Stephanie Hans. And then die number 19, cover B, Jen Frisian. Ice Cream Man number 25, cover A. This cover B is pretty wicked, if you ask me. Chad, we're looking at issue 12, but who knows? They might leave it open. They might continue. If it's a finite story, we're going to find out, but I just don't know. Welcome back, P. Keel. And as a dad, I understand that completely. My kid starts VPK soon, so it's an amazing, amazing time. But Ice Cream Man number 25, cover B, that's good stuff. Cover C, pretty weird looking too. Look at all those heads on their eyes. And then cover D by Simmons. And then your 25 cover E anniversary wraparound cover. Look at all the people on there. But you know who I don't see? I'm looking for him. Do we see our haha clown? I don't see our haha clown on there. But I see all the Ice Cream Men, and I guess a lot of people who've appeared inside the stories. So good stuff in there. Bri, actually, I had one of my friends ask me if I had a first appearance Transformers list. I said, nah, man, there's too many of them. There's more of them than there are Star Wars. So we'll get around to some stuff one day. Maybe when Transformers become popular again. But until then, I don't know. Philadelphia number 16, cover A, Alexander. Cover B by James O'Barr. So this one's actually going to be probably a little bit more more subtle than we realize. If you don't know who James O'Barr is, well, you should probably do your homework. King Spawn, again, pushed from last week again, so you guys get to see it once more. And here's your cover B by McFarlane. But wait, here is your King Spawn #1, cover C by Finch. Your cover D by Sean Murphy. Your cover E by Greg Capullo. Then your cover F by Brett Booth. Your cover G by Donnie Cates. Inked by McFarlane, too. So that's a Cates McFarlane cover. And then here's your 50 copy incentive by Capullo. And then here is your 1 in 250 copy signed McFarlane incentive variants for King Spawn #1. So the way that this works, if you get this book, it comes with a little certificate on the back side of it that says if you get it to CGC within 30 days, they will yellow label the book for its signature. So make sure that if you do order this book, this is going to be huge for you if you are going to send it on to CGC, because they've already witnessed the signature. They've already witnessed the signing of all these books. Now, basically, the books were witnessed and signed, and they come with that certificate of witness. And then, again, they're gonna send them to CGC, and you're going to be able to slab them. So I'm sure there's going to be a few of you rebels out there that'll send it over to CBCS, which is fine, because you just don't want to wait or whatever. But this is probably going to be the big book of the bunch, and the book that week will probably be the book of the week when it is released. But let me know what you guys think about this one. If you're watching this on the Rewind, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of this 1 in 250 that's signed. Yeah, you know, it's not a regular cover price book to Leftover Zaggy, which is one of the reasons why. So even if it was a 250 copy ratio variant on a $4 book, and they would still have to charge $500 plus. But because this one is, I think, a $5.99 cover price, they have to charge more. It's the math checks out for $1,000 is what I'm trying to say, which I know is crazy, but the math checks out. Made in Korea, #4, only giving us one book though, one cover. And then we have Sweet Paprika #1. Oh, no, don't worry, cover lover, you're good. Sweet Paprika #1 has gone to second print, everybody. And do you guys know that the dude's name is Dill with a dash and then the letters D and O? That's his name. Just throwing that out there. And Sweet Paprika is done by the one, the only Mirka Indolfo, and she is Italian. And this has been printed before, so if you are looking for this book, it actually has been printed in Italy before, and you can pick up the Italian versions if you are savvy enough to navigate the wonders of the internet. But the second printing right here, this Mirka Indolfo cover, I have a feeling about this one. If the book, look, this is already being made into an animated series, so I don't think you guys should question that happening. Where's it going to play though? Because it's going to be totally adult. This is absolutely adult content. So we'll see. And then here's your cover A of Sweet Paprika #2 by Mirka Indolfo. Here's your cover B, which still pretty awesome looking. And then cover C, Gullian Mark. And then your cover D by Hickenbottom. Mirka Indolfo then giving us a Not Safe for Work cover E. Mother of Madness #2, cover A. Cover B by Tula Lotte. And then cover C by Ferris. The 10 copy incentive by Vehicle. And then your 25 copy incentive is a Virginized of cover A by Ratcliffe. Then your 50 copy incentive is that Tula Lotte. And then you have a 100 copy incentive by Maria Lovett. And you know what, Cover Lover Comics, it's not for everybody for sure, but there probably are going to be some people who are getting them. And, you know, if you want to do it right, you collect what you like, and we'll let these guys have these books. Good luck to them in that 1 in 500, because they couldn't get to a 1 in 1,000 as far as like pre-orders, because they knew it wasn't going to sell like Berserker. So the 1 in 500 autographed edition of Mother of Madness is out there. And that one also, I think you can send to CGC for signature verification within a certain time frame. So you're running low on that time frame, I believe, if that window is closing. Oblivion Song by Kirkman and De Felici. Man, I'm messing. I'm butchering that name up, so I'm just going to stop. Oblivion Song number 33. And there's only one cover. Old Guard, Tales Through Time number 5. Cover A, Fernandez. Cover B, Albuquerque. And that is not Noctera. What the hell? Old Slide, new pick. The Old Guard, Tales Through Time. There's your C cover. So here's your Spawn number 321, cover A. And then your cover B by McFarlane. The artwork was not available at the time of this broadcast, but your cover C by Francesco Mattina was. And then we have a cover D, which is a 1 in 50 copy incentive, which did not have its art available. Saint Mercy number 1, cover A by Rojo. Saint Mercy number 1, cover B by Parker. Summoner's War Legacy number 5. And then Siphon number 2. That Texas Blood number 9. And then vinyl number 3 of 6. So shout out to Wanted Comics again for their vinyl covers by Gallagher. They were pretty awesome. And we're already into DC, everybody. So I want to take this time to remind you to smash that like button. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and click that notification bell for notifications for when I go live here. Because I'm going to start dropping fire at random. And y'all want to be a part of that, I promise. But Batman Catwoman number 7 is on final order cutoff. So again, these books are for final orders next week. So take note of what's going on here, because some of these books, of course, are missing their B covers, like this one. And then we have the cover C by Travis Charest, and we're getting closer and closer. Issue 7, so we're at the halfway point now. I thought this was a cool looking cover, especially for a cover A. And where's Chad at? Batman Fear State Alpha number 1. One shot, cover A by Ben Oliver. So there you have a Miracle Molly and a Harley cover by Ben Oliver, which doesn't happen very often. Here's your cover B, which is your cardstock. And cover C is your 1 in 25 Jorge Jimenez. And it got cover lower saying, keep hearing Suicide Squad movie is maybe the best DC film yet. Yeah, that's probably because they got a Marvel director to make a DC film that wasn't, what's his name, who... made the first Avengers. That guy. Anyway, Batman Fear State Alpha 1 in 25 looks pretty wicked. This is a design variant. This is an interesting book because people are going to be able to market it with both covers, but flipping the book over. On the Superman side, it looks like it's not going to have the barcode. So that's where probably people are going to probably want it a whole lot. But Batman Superman Annual for 2021, cover A. Oh, look, they did the same thing with the cover B. And I didn't see any incentive for that one yet. So we'll be on the lookout for that. Now, this is going to be interesting. Okay. Green Lantern 2021 Annual. Jessica Cruz does make... did she appear as a Yellow Lantern before this? I remember in one of the Future State books her getting the Yellow Lantern ring. I don't remember her becoming the Yellow Lantern in that book. I may be wrong. So this is going to be where the spec investigation is being assigned to you by me, your commissioner. Okay? All right, so this is cool because this is Bernard Chang giving us the A cover. It has Sinestro on it. It has Jessica Cruz. basically giving Hal Jordan the business, and Hal Jordan's apparently lost his salt and pepper. But David Nakayama, everybody, giving everybody the business. David Nakayama is doing all right things. Thank you, David. This is going to be a hit with a lot of people. Even though I'm not a big fan of the one background covers on a lot of artists. There's some artists that pull it off, like, you know, when it was new, JTC was doing the negative space thing. It was one of those things, but couldn't get it done. And for a lot of other ones, but David Nakayama knocked it out on that one. Harley Quinn 2021 annual cover A. Cover B by Derek Chu. Midnighter getting an annual and a cover B. Suicide Squad 2021. Look at that. Look at all the Superboys. That's wild stuff. And here is your Suicide Squad annual cover B. Gerard Perel doing a cardstock variant with Superboy versus Superboy. This actually looks pretty interesting, and if this is actually what's going down inside the Suicide Squad book, there might be some spec play to that. Suicide Squad get Joker number 2 of 3, cover A by Alex Maleev. And then, of course, we got the Jorge Farnes variant for cover B. That's going to wrap it up for FOC. So there was a lot of minor items on FOC for Scout. So that was a very interesting looking FOC. So we'll see what DC has to slide in there over the next couple of days, and make sure you're keeping tabs at your comic shop and being like, hey, if DC does add anything, make sure that they let you know about it, because DC's been sneaky about that stuff. And here's everything that just closed on FOC 3 minutes ago, aka yesterday. Now on the East Coast, we have journeyed into the next time zone where we are on August 2nd. So welcome to the second day of August, everybody. Action Comics 1034 cover A, and then cover B by Tedesco that's amazing. I'll give him that. That is amazing. So yeah, she's not listed as a Yellow Lantern member, probably because they weren't trying to spoil that going on, but it's okay. But the Tedesco variant right here for Action Comics 1034 again was a nice looking one. So for you Aquaman fans, he's got cover A through I think like cover I of this 80th anniversary 100-page special. So check these out. All the different Michael Cho doing a 40s variant. We got the 50s variant here. 1960s variant done by Walt Simonson too. So that's pretty amazing. Garcia Lopez doing the 70s. Good to see you, Azores. What we got right here is the 80s variant, and then our 90s variant where he lost his hand and had a hook or kind of a spear, whatever you want to call it. And they try to make him look like Cable, but I don't know. But here's your 2000s variant. And then your 2010s. And then the Robinson Rocha one. I mean, this one right here is probably the illest. Just saying. Out of all the covers I've seen thus far, this one looks the best to me. Batman Reptilian gave us issue number 3, cover A. Your cover B by Cully Hamner. And then you had a 1 in 25 incentive by Mitch Gerads. I'm sorry. Cover A for Batman Superman 21. All right. And then Kari Andrews cardstock variant for cover B. All right, too. Checkmate cover A by Maleev is probably one of the better. It's probably one of the better Green Arrow covers I've seen as of late, too. And then the Matt Taylor cardstock variants in this format have been kind of cool. I think they're probably going to run that way the whole remainder of that series too. Detective Comics 1042 cover A by Dan Mora. Your cover B by Lee Bermejo. Harley Quinn number 6, and then your Derek Chu cardstock variant. So you got the Harley and Catwoman team up. Of course, Harley's a good guy now. She's gone full Deadpool meta, everybody. Gone from villain to hero to anti-hero, or whatever you want to call it. Harley Quinn number 6, giving us the Riccardo Federici Suicide Squad movie cardstock variant. So as people in the chat have said, the Suicide Squad is probably one of the best DC movies thus far. Well, if you are going to be one of the people getting signatures from these actors, like if you got this book here and got a Sylvester Stallone, a Michael Rooker, and a Margot Robbie signature series book with this variant, that would be amazing. And then if you did it with all the remaining variants and got yourself an autograph from every member of the Suicide Squad, that too would be amazing. So those are the kinds of things that if you're trying to figure out ways that you can apply that net zero approach to maybe one day break even, or even, you know, have a net positive on your comic collection. Hopefully, you know, the tax laws get changed before they get implemented into madness. But yeah, you know, these kinds of things will be, if you buy multiple copies and you get multiple copies signature series and you keep your 9/8 and you auction off the rest of that stuff, you know, that's how you make money. So, you know, for all you new collectors who are watching this show, that's the importance of signature series books. And the only reason why I think anybody should be picking up those variants, unless you actually like the art. But check this out. So Icon and Rocket number 2, and then you got a cover B Doug Brathwaite cardstock variant. And I only saw those 2 variants, so I think that will close it out for them. I guess they're not doing an incentive on that one anymore. They did it for issue 1 though. Infinite Frontier number 5 of a 6-issue miniseries. So we've been dealing with, basically he's like Darkseid Prime, like he's all Darkseids combined. And there is an argument that you can make an argument that Infinite Frontier 0 is his first appearance, but anyway, Infinite Frontier number 5, the Brian Hitch cardstock variant. And then here's another one of those situations where you get the Sylvester Stallone signature, and then you get the other 2 actors, the actor and actress here. You get them to sign this Suicide Squad book, get a signature series, and yeah, you'll see. Dan De La Torre, thank you, Mr. The Ancient One, for joining us. Your wisdom is much, much appreciated to be blessed upon in our chat. And thank you again for coming and checking out the show here. Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom number 4. So this is your cover A. I dig it because, of course, it's, you know, partial color and then black and white, and that appears to be Mr. Metzelblick. This right here is your cover B cardstock variant, looking pretty cool. Robin, number 5. Rumble of the Robins, everybody. So we've got Spoiler, we've got formerly Red Robin, Tim Drake Robin again, the Nightwing and Red Hood combination, and Damian in his black and red. Robin, Francis Manapul cardstock variant too. This is pretty cool. All right, Ruby Justice League number 5, and if you wanted to read the whole Ruby Justice League series, you can do so online. It is a digital book that came out, all the volumes in one day, so you could have read the whole series before it hit the print here. But this is the Rooster Teeth combination print book. Ruby Justice League cover A, Mirka Andolfo giving us the cover A art. And then here is your cover B by Simone DeMeo. And yes, it is snowing binary because I believe they live in a digital universe, making it very interesting to think about. Superman Superman 78 number 1, cover A. So this is everybody's favorite Superman movie, the original, the OG, the Christopher Reeve one. So Margot Robbie's version of Lois Lane is pictured here with that Brainiac. It's just kind of like Batman 66. This is going to be a fun book for a lot of people to revisit. If they enjoyed the Christopher Reeves version of Superman, this is probably going to be a book that people are going to be picking up. This may even be a book that brings people back who haven't been picking up comics in years, because some people miss some of the older stuff, some of these older stories, which DC right now, I guess, can do and get away with their Infinite Frontier thing. But it is what it is. But here's your cardstock variant. This, however, is your 1 in 25 Wilfredo Torres design cardstock. So there's probably going to be some people who are chasing this one. We'll see how it is. But let me back up real quick. That smirk in that top right-hand corner is quintessential Christopher Reeves. So I'm going to call this the Christopher Reeves tribute variant. And George Reeves Superman, you know, that's Dan, you know, I cannot share the same thing, although when I did find the advent of the internet and the ability to look at older videos, I was able to look down the old George Reeves episodes of Superman. And a lot of the older Superman reels and stuff like that, I think, are now available on HBO Max, which is pretty cool. And as they expand the library, I'm going to, of course, expose my son to more of that. Superman, Son of Kal-El #2. So again, he's the Superman of Metropolis, and he's now Superman. Oh, we did have somebody who's saying Inyuk Lee can never do a bad cover, and then they saw this, and he's like, okay, you caught me. I'm not a fan of this one myself. I could have saw this one more as a Super Sons cover than a Superman Son of Kal-El cover, because he looks kind of young here, but it is what it is. And then, of course, here we go again, everybody. You got your Eldris Elba signature series lined up, everybody. At least they're not connecting variants, because that's even tougher to do. Teen Titans Academy #6, cover A by Rafa Sandoval. And then here is your cover B, cardstock variant. And who might you be, actually? I know who you are. You're Yara Floor. Yara Floor. I'm Ultra Maximus. This is the live chat. Why don't you say hi to the live chat? And live chat, say hi to Yara Floor. Cover A, Joel Jones. And then your cover B, the Mateo Scalera cardstock variant. Yep. Good stuff there. Amazing art. Wonder Woman 778, cover A by Travis Moore, and your cover B by Becky Cloonan. She's taken Joshua Middleton's place on this. It is what it is. Yarflower. All right, everybody. We're into Marvel, which means we're in the home stretch here, everybody. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And you know what? Actually, I have not checked. The music just carried on. Okay, well, that's cool. The music carried on and changed without me, which is always a plus when that happens. But anyway, we got Alien #6, and I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. He doesn't look like he's tethered, but I know there's a whole lot of stuff falling to Earth right now, and that alpha alien that's right there in front of him is going to do a lot more against him being in that range than that little pistol's going to do. So he's in trouble, because that tail's about to come whip him off that thing. And then here is another wicked-looking alpha. And look at the crown on the alpha. That's what they're saying makes the alpha the alpha, is the crown setup on it, because it's like massive. And then here is your U variant. And then here is what looks to be a more humanoid alien, which is very, very, very strange. But that is your incentive for this book, so be on the lookout for that, everybody. Let's see here. He's YOLOing it, right? Yeah, YOLOing is an understatement. So Amazing Fantasy #1 dropped, and then Amazing Fantasy #2 of 5 is right here. And basically, it's alternate stories. This is kind of a cool looking throwback thing. Rated RAR, thanks for joining. Amazing Fantasy #2, and this is your Kari Andrews variant, which looks just like the old throwback, Spider-Man stuff. And then the #2 Masafera variant. Peach Momoko. And then we're on to Amazing Spider-Man #72, which is still another part of the Sinister War here. And then here we have your handbook variant. Okay. And then we get a little bit more interesting, because here we have your Amazing Spider-Man #72, Inyuk Lee, Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage variant. Your #72 Gomez variant, and then your 1 in 50 virgin incentive of that silk. I'm telling you, Inyuk Lee knocked it out the park with these. Amazing. So congratulations to him for that. And then Avengers Annual number 1, Infinite Destinies. And then the Avengers Annual number 1, Ron Lim Connecting variant. And then here is your 25 copy incentive for this annual. And also this is supposedly the final issue of this Infinite Destinies tie-in. So what makes this unique is that Star was just shown to have been locked in a coffin that was just broken open by Black Cat's gang in the back of Black Cat number, I think, 9. Whatever Black Cat was just released. The one that has her holding the gauntlet on the cover by Pepe Larraz, which looks amazing. So that right there, it's going to lead into me believing that there's probably some tie-ins going on, and I'm probably going to want to read the Infinite Destinies annuals and see what happens there. And then Adam Hughes doing more of this. So we've got, looks like Yelena Belova, the New Girl, and Spider-Woman is who it looks like to me, hanging out with Black Cat. Unless that's all her and just... I don't think it's her. I think it's 4 different people jumping. But this is a Black Cat number 10 by Adam Hughes. The Brooks variant also pushed forward from last week. And then this one right here, like I said last week, the Marvel Duels variant. Yeah, NetEase Marvel Games. And then Cable Reloaded number 1. So just in time for Annihilation and keeping the Sword of Galador with him. Young Cable, Kid Cable, let old Cable hold the sword instead of taking the sword with him into the future. Now, Cable obviously chases him into the future according to this cover, because I don't know any buildings that now look like that. And of course the mushrooms and stuff growing around lead me to believe that Krakoan natural growth is still something that's in the future there. But here we are, everybody. Quintessential Liefeld, Deadpool and Cable hanging out. And take a look at Deadpool's head. It looks like Cable just stuck a knife in it. Shut up, Wade. So I'm picking this one up just because I dig the nostalgia. And it's a very classic looking Cable and Deadpool cover. Just something I dig. Conan the Barbarian number 24. And the Conan the Barbarian number 24 De La Torre variant. And Dan, is this you ghostwriting under a different De La Torre name, or is this a relative maybe, or family? Because it has the Ancient One's glow of accuracy when it comes to Conan right here, but this Conan does look like fire. So shout out to Dan De La Torre, and you guys should be checking him out. He's been appearing on a bunch of places. I don't know the names of them off the top of my head, but I'm sure if you're still in the live chat, go ahead and drop the names of the shows that you were just on so we can all take a look at it. You wish you were that talented, but no. Okay. I bet you're humble. Darkhawk number 1, everybody. So we got a 5-issue miniseries, and here we go. Ron Lim, and again, this is the Darkhawk gem was sent away by Chris Powell at the end of Heart of the Hawk. So it comes back to Earth to find a new host, and I guess it finds this guy, and the armor, I guess, redesigns itself in the process. This thing's got new wings and a gauntlet on the one fist, which looks interesting, to say the least. It kind of looks like Ben 10's Omnitrix. But this right here, yeah, we had some laughs about this one on Drunken Chat, where it looks like, it's coming out of him. There it is, Comic Book Canon and the Tony Sanders Show. There you go. Go check out those episodes and see Dan dropping knowledge. I know I clicked on them, I just didn't remember the names of them off the top of my head. Darkhawk is also getting a Pepe Larraz design variant. And Pepe, you deliver every time. But as I was saying, check out the gauntlet on the one side with the, like, it's kind of like some fangs or some the claws or whatever it is, but the energy wings I think is pretty cool. And then here we have a throwback to the original design, the Mike Diodato Jr. Hidden Gem variant. I'm a big fan of Deodato Jr.'s art. I think Deodato is an amazing artist. So, nope. They did not give Liefeld a Darkhawk Deadpool variant because that would be too much meta. Having a meme stock like Darkhawk with a fourth wall meta breaker like that. So only 5 Comic Boom. And shout out to Comic Boom, who, again, buddy, I gave you a shout out at the beginning of the show. I'll be reaching out to you, man. I'm trying to get caught up, as you can see. But we're going to get that nice house on the lake out to you. So he was one of our winners, everybody. And Extreme Carnage Riot, #1. This is interesting. So apparently Riot hasn't had his own ongoing series until now. And everybody's been kind of questioning whose helmet is he holding jumping out of Alchemax. But we'll see. We'll see. And King of the Golden State, thanks for dropping by, man. Good to see you in the chat. Riot #1 by Scotty Young. I'm not Venom, I'm Riot. How are you not Venom? Extreme Carnage #1, Johnson connecting variant. So this is Riot been carnageized and it connects via like trading card method to the other ones. This one again, I had not updated the slide like an idiot from last week because of course these were on FOC last week, pushed forward to this week. That's supposed to say the David Nakayama variant. And then here is your 1 in 50 symbiote variant, so we'll see about that. And the pit artist actually is Dale Keown. And Dale Keown actually did draw Hulk for a little while there. Dale Keown is the one who did the infamous Hulk 377 with 3 printings. Of course, the 3rd printing coming much, much later. All right, everybody. So here we are. Marvel's Voices Identity. And, of course, with the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month going down, that's what Marvel's Voices Identity wanted to drop. Pretty cool if you ask me. So in the interest of covering our bases, they didn't show it. No FOC list shows it. They have this regular variant right here. And keep this in mind because all the other Asian American Pacific Islander heritage variants have had a 1 in 50. I believe there is a 1 in 50 unless they scrapped it. What do you mean by that? Well, we'll take a look here in just a second. So first off, here is your Ahmed variant, which has the Giant Man, Ms. Marvel, and a couple other characters I don't recognize. So if you can tell me if these are new characters, let me know if you've ever seen them before or if they're older characters that have appeared in other books. The Rion Gonzalez variant is going to be a complement to your Rogue and your Wolverine if you are into her chibi kind of anime style crossover. Shout out to Dave Collects because this right here is Marvel's Voices Identity #1, the Momoko variant with Nico Minoru. And then here is your 1 in 25 Philip Tan variant. So this is amazing. Philip Tan, great work. Psylocke, armor. I think, is that Surge? I think that might be Surge. But good characters right here. So Philip Tan just crushing it. All right, so this one kind of looks like the Virgin, but it's not really. I kind of had to make it look this way. I'm betting you guys that it's not shown in the previous systems, but it's probably at your comic shop. So make sure if you want the 1 in 50 incentive that you do put your name down for it. And this is kind of what it would look like without that Marvel's Voices Identity crap in the corner. Super skilled. Yeah, let's talk about this for a second. Not only is Tan super skilled, look at the details on this Shang-Chi jacket. Like the jacket he did here, the one on Silk, the one on Psylocke. Game over. I mean, I know he's a digital artist, everybody, but he is crushing it with detail. And we need this kind of stuff. So, Marvel's Voices Identity #1, Momoko Virgin variant is actually a 1 in 50 incentive. Now, if they bumped the 1 in 50 Shang-Chi Virgin off of this book and it shows up someplace else, who knows? But what if they bumped it completely and that's the only one that doesn't get a 1 in 50? They'd be stupid to do that. Here's also a book. So this was supposed to be in store June 30th, and it was pushed to 8/25. And I'm sure everybody would have liked a David Finch, Baron Zemo cover with Amazing Spider-Man on it. Ah, see? Thank you, Everett Bryant, for that. Fazia Hussein. She used the Excalibur sword in the Captain Britain comics. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Thank you. See? Welcome to Secret Variant, everybody, where even the host learns something. Love it when the live chat teaches me something. That's a good time. All right, so we're at Nonstop Spider-Man. Peach Momoko giving us a 1 in 25 incentive here as well. So, yeah, get your orders in for that one. It's probably going to be a bigger book, especially on a book that got delayed so many times. Forgotten about. People probably honestly forgot about it, and as the print runs well, people forget about it. They probably just said, cancel my order. So, Saturday... yeah, did a Whatnot sale. So thanks everybody for stopping by that Whatnot sale. And Spider-Man Life Story Annual #1 also has a Bagley variant, and it looks like Bagley is doing the interior art as well. John Romita Jr. is doing the incentive variant, and then we're on to Darth Vader. So Bestin of Ochi, isn't that who that guy is? He showed up earlier in the Darth Vader series. So for my spec people, it is time to break out those books if something is going on with our bounty hunter fella here. We'll see what happens, but the coolness is that we get another Darth Maul cover. This one is on the Sprouse Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant. And then we've got the David Nakayama Wanted poster variant. Dr. Aphra #13, also giving us a War of the Bounty Hunters cover. This one's interesting to me because it's a Jango Fett variant with the gold 50th anniversary Lucasfilm. And I assume, Nate, that the border on that one as well will probably have that gold to it. It may not. Star Wars Dr. Aphra #13 wanted poster variant, War of the Bounty Hunters with Dr. Aphra. Okay. This may be an open order variant. However, it's Dr. Aphra looking at her own wanted poster, and if that's not the most cool meta thing that you've seen lately, I don't know what to tell you. Because I don't think the other one has the people looking at their own wanted posters. I think this is the only one that has that done. But Nakayama, you're doing great things with artwork right now, and I thank you for that. Strange Academy #12, and this is one of those things right here. Okay, the multi-angled ones, the Void, symbiotes, all those things. I really wonder if there's anything connecting to that in here, because you guys remember the Void was locked away in Doctor Strange's Doctor Strange's place. Art Adams doing the character variants, and it's definitely a knockout right here with the Brother Voodoo. Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads #2 of 5, and my next cover is, I gotta give a shout out to Koi Cakes. Koi Cakes was the man who put Peter Parker 101 on a lot of people's radar. He's the only one. He's like, I know the book's not worth anything, but I just really want that book in a 9.8. And he worked hard to get himself a copy of that book in a 9.8 because it's a black and white book. This is the homage to that, symbiotized. I think this is an amazing, amazing cover. Even though the trade dress is sideways on it and the number and stuff like that. This one's probably going to sell well, everybody. So if you are wanting to get ahead of the curve, you got to get your 25 copy incentive blood down for this one before that moon turns blood red with pricing. Thor #16, dropping the Thor versus Odin throwdown in a bar. Here's your Marvel Games variant, another one for the Marvel Duel. And then Peach Momoko with an anime variant. Thor #16, Liefeld Deadpool 30th anniversary variant. So you know what? We may actually still see the Deadpool 30th anniversary show up on Darkhawk #2. GM, you know how I used to not tag my videos, and I used to dedicate a lot of my work to other people's channels first, and kind of neglected my own channel here. But I do thank you guys for the support you've given me, and honestly, I had an explosion of nearly 400 subscribers in 2 months. So I appreciate a lot of follows. You know, I appreciate you guys just letting me be a genuine person who reads comics, likes comics, and is not here with any ulterior shitty motives, trying to pull fast ones over you. Because unfortunately, we got to watch out for people like that in our community. Because you know, they complain about people like Comicsgate, but yet themselves try to be gatekeepers and think that they got the cool kid lunch table when. You know, there's some good people in some places that I regret not being able to make content with at this time, but I was making content for other people who didn't appreciate me, and they chose a retailer because he can obviously provide them with books. They chose another guy who has influence because he writes articles and does some things for a larger company. So it is what it is, you know, but you guys appreciate me, and it doesn't matter. None of that shit matters anymore. And you guys can come check us out on Drunken Chat. You can see me on Spine Tick, so I'm everywhere. Oh, King of the Golden State, my man. Look, no worries, because, you know, sometimes I forget that I switch YouTube accounts and I sub up from other people. And it happens, man. So you may have subbed from a different channel. It's cool. But anyway, your Klein variant on the screen here today is your homage to many books. There's the Maestro book that had this cover, the She-Hulk book that had this cover, the Incredible Hulk book that originally had this cover. So this is going to be one of those homage covers. I think it's probably going to have a little bit, you know, some people are sick of homages. I love a good one. And I think the good ones are always going to, you know, do well. And if there's some good stuff, I mean, if Odin and Thor are throwing down in this book, I'm probably going to read it just to see how it goes down. United States of Captain America #3 of 5. And United States of Captain America got the Cutler design variant. Jeffrey Veregi giving us the incentive, so shout out to him. He's a fantastic artist, and if you don't know his art, you should check out some of his Transformer stuff. Winter Guard #1 of 4. So this is going to be kind of cool. So everybody was screaming that they wanted more Red Guardian. Well, there you got them. But we're missing Ursa Major, right? Because I don't think that's Ursa Major down there. Like in the animal form, I think that's somebody else. But we'll see. We shall see. And are they going up against the Red Widow? Is the White Widow going up against Red Widow? So here also we have Red Guardian versus, I think, another version of himself or somebody else taking up the mantle. So new Red Guardian versus old Red Guardian, possibly. It's gotta be cool. Gonna be cool to check out. Winter Guard #1, Todd Nauk doing a headshot cover of Yelena Belova. And then here we have more of it. So there's Red Widow, and they're actually in the background is Ursa Major. So Sith Lordly, paging Sith Lordly. There you go. So Crimson Dynamo's in there. So we got a pretty good looking team, but this is your incentive variant. So the incentive variant probably gave more details as to who was on the team than anybody else. Going to be a pretty cool book, I think. And then not a cameo or a first appearance. This is definitely this dude's second appearance. Is this Wolverine #15, and this dude's got like acid for blood. So every time Wolverine cuts him, he loses ground. So yeah, Ursa Major was just killed in the last issue of Avengers, but the Marvel 616 has this thing called a revolving door of death. And if he's on the incentive cover of this book that comes out a month later, we'll see what happens. Because he's also technically a super soldier mutant, so we never know. So, Wolverine number 15 with a Zafina variant. I like other Zafina variants. This one is really, really more about the background than it is about Wolverine, though. And here we go. So, Inyuk Lee again with his realistic detail on his jackets. It looks like she actually is wearing like a padded outfit. Like you can see the thickness of the padding and the snaps and everything like that. So it's crazy. This is going to be a cool Wolverine cover because old school fans will know that Wolverine and Jubilee were like Batman and Robin. Jubilee went everywhere with Wolverine, and of course Inyuk Lee has given us this wonderful 1 in 50 incentive variant to go along with it. This one's probably going to be a big chase for a lot of people. There's a lot of people who, of course, are hyping up bubblegum covers and chasing after them now too, creating a own little niche collecting sub market. But there you go. The Inyuk Lee stuff, I think all of his covers are going to crush it. And that, my friends, is going to do it for the secret variant list of books out in approximately 3 weeks. So 8/25 is the estimated in-store date for all these books here. But as you know, some of that stuff may change. So we'll follow that story as it does change. We'll see where it goes. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please stand by while we, of course, pay some homage to some things. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The secret variant drops whenever I can get the FOC list together. And again, Penguin Random House may change the day that we do this show. That may change the complete FOC shut off on Sundays, meaning I would have to do an FOC show sometime between Thursday and Saturday. So just keep in mind, I'm just trying to keep you guys informed as we go with this, and let's see what happens here. But the Raw Report, that's going to be, I've been keeping track of my pickups, and I should be dropping another one of those here soon, so we can talk about some things there. But again, thank you guys for all the subscriptions that you've given to the channel, and my Ultra Box, of course, is my way of giving back to you all. Once we hit 1,000 and I get that notification from YouTube that I am good to go, Super Chat's active, I can activate the members only, all those fantastic things, we will be giving away this box in a fantastic giveaway. I'm going to be doing a way to make entry secure, but not only that, to make it fair. And I know that we have some international people who want to enter in this one, so basically what I'm willing to do is I am willing to, if somebody international wins, I will pay what it would have been for domestic shipping. I will pay that portion, and I will give them the option of the remaining value and shipping being, covered by them. If that works out amicably and the person wins the box and they want to take it international and it goes international, oh heck yeah, we're doing it. If that person declines and does not want to take the box internationally because of the cost of shipping and we have to rerun this thing, we'll see. I hope it doesn't come down to that, because I hope one lucky person really wins this, because we got some really cool stuff, and again, we just added something that's killing the kids to that box. So I get a lot of people giving me Spec Matrix recommendations, and I appreciate all of them. So if I don't directly give you a reply, it's not a no or a yes. It's something that I take mental notes of and kind of kick the ideas around, because I've got to also focus on my own collection building at the same time while I'm doing these Spec Matrix. That's where a lot of it comes in. As I'm collecting and I'm doing my own digging and things, I'm finding cool stuff, and then I'm like, okay, well, I gotta buy these books first before I tell everybody else about them, because I know how you guys are. You guys will wipe out the face of the planet before I can get my hands on some of these books, which I can't fault you for, because that's just how the game is. But you know what? If you guys see anything newsworthy, tag me in it. ULTRA MAXIMUS on IG and Facebook, and of course ULTRA MAXIMUS X on the old Twitter. And I want to say thank you again for watching. I'm going to come chill with you guys in the live chat for a minute, respond to some questions. So of course, if you got a question, go ahead and shoot it to me, and we'll kick it for a minute before I shut things down. Sharks going to be sharks, Bri. I mean, that's that's how it is. That's just how it is. You know, they have a good time doing what they do, and I have a good time putting on a presentation for you guys, letting you find out cool books, and Rabban Malal does appreciate you. And Mel and I are working on some things, and yeah, we're gonna need a bigger boat for some of them sharks, man. That's for sure. Thank you, cover lover. You as well have a blessed week, and for everybody else here, you know, if you guys need anything, you know, I'm around. And of course, in MegaCon coming up in a couple of weeks, so I'm looking forward to dropping, handing some books over to CGC in person, just being like, here you go. So yeah, maybe some Eric Hurd knows about it. Maybe a Sharks t-shirt, because maybe some of you Sharks want to be wearing a Sharks t-shirt as we start showing up at cons, and we'll see what we can come up with. I get some ideas. Some of them are pretty ruthless. That Eric is like, yo man, you need to chill. But we'll see. We'll see if I can push the envelope a little bit and give you guys some cool con apparel and maybe some Maximus gear. And of course, any support you guys do for the channel is much appreciated. You guys rock. You guys really make this fun to do. And this is the reason why I keep doing it, because I get a lot of support from you guys. You guys give me mentions on your own shows and your own chats and stuff like that. You know, Street Sharks probably would kill the TMNT in a fight, man. I mean, that's just nature. They're sharks, man. They're not turtles. I mean, turtles got shells, but them sharks, man, they just rip the shell open and game over. I don't care how ninja you are, right? You guys are phenomenal. Thank you again for making this an awesome show to do. An hour and 27 minutes, a lot longer than I thought I was going to go as normal. It's 12:43 a.m., so I need to get to bed. Kid's going to be waking up. Wife, you know, she's taking a day off tomorrow. She's a little under the weather, so we're going to be having some fun. So look forward to the Wednesday presser on Wednesday, everybody. So come check me out then. Make sure you smash that like button on your way out. And of course, if you're watching this one to rewind, don't forget to leave me a comment. And of course, after the video ends, if you want to leave me a comment, that's much appreciated too. I will check you all later.